Hello, Larry Leong here with a select scene commentary because I don't have 26 minutes worth of material. Also, with Damn 3 having had a smaller cast, more pre-production, and more focused action, there isn't anywhere near as much behind-the-scenes footage as Title Pending 2. We learned a lot from that film in terms of simplification. During the editing process of Title Pending 2, I choreographed and storyboarded a big group fight for Title Pending 3. I pitched my idea for Title Pending 3 as feature length because I was clearly out of my mind. And Tony declined and wanted Title Pending 3 to be a short if it ever was going to be made, so I kept the fight I made up throughout the script and started over to make Damn 3. I decided that Damn 3 would be the last of the Damn series because I knew I was moving out of the Bay Area within a year, so while writing I used the themes from Damn 5 and Damn 8, not like I remember specifically what they were. By the end of August 2002, I had the cast and a script. The length was already determined, and I took a vital lesson from Title Pending 2, which was to schedule it only needing about 4 people max on shoot days. It still ended up taking 7.5 months, but only 9 total shoot days instead of 18. And just to get this out of the way, I look at my younger self and can't believe how loud I talked all the time. Practically borderline yelling. I don't know how anyone put up with me. We shot for 2 days in September, and it was all story scenes. The main house was the one I grew up in. Ken was wearing one of my dad's jackets that had been in the closet since the 80s. Ken did a tremendous job in this role. He did a lot of really great comedy ad-libs with his expressions and his body language, so I didn't really have to direct him. Although he was convinced that his girlfriend was going to dump him after she saw him in the movie. She didn't, by the way. Ken's office was the second floor loft of Melandro's apartment in Berkeley. That's, of course, the same Melandro from Damns 1, 2, and 4. Melandro originally had a role in Damn 3 as Latif's brother, and we had a scene where they both fought me. But he had to abstain because he was too busy with work and teaching responsibilities at the time. I voiced Dex on the intercom just because I said we could get away with it. The lower floor where Ken was hitting the heavy bag, that was perfect for a fight scene, and I planned one there, but shortly after we finished shooting the story scenes, the landlord sold the building and everybody had to move out. We shot for 3 days in October, finished up at the Berkeley apartment with Latif doing his first lines ever. He had a hard time because I told him to say whatever he wanted, and he ended up talking about his family and what he likes to eat, all the while almost laughing. We shot the first half of the first fight scene with Sam Locke that was a lot shorter than I had envisioned in the original script. The opening fight was a montage of 3 separate ones. I was also supposed to fight Roy at Wushu Central and my capoeira classmate Todd Russell at the Berkeley apartment, but scheduling never worked out. All of the fights were choreographed ahead of time, and we made adjustments to them during shooting if something wasn't working. We shot the entirety of Latif's fight scene on my driveway in about 5 hours. The shot with the handspin, we used the first take, but Latif was really unsatisfied with his handspins in general, so we did 8 or 9 takes. And there's a cameo by Davis from Damn 1. The fight ends abruptly with the shovel because on that day, after 5 hours, I got crazy indigestion that incapacitated me for the rest of the day. Regardless, the movie was over half done by that point already. Some of the moves Latif does in this fight ended up on some Wikipedia pages. Tony was in a bush in my front yard because we didn't have a tree, but it worked. Afterward, we had to postpone filming for 3 weeks for a variety of reasons. We shot for only 1 day in November, which was finishing the second half of the first fight scene. Then we had to take 3.5 months off because nobody can make rehearsals, and the weather was awful for the entire winter, and the weather was a problem because originally the last fight scene was supposed to be in my backyard. By the time March rolled around, we managed to get the Ome Kung Fu Academy as the final fight location because Sam Locke hooked us up, so I rewrote the script accordingly. We got a day of rehearsal of stunts for the final fight in March, then couldn't schedule shooting until nearly 2 months later at the very end of April. Then we shot more than half the last fight scene in about 4 hours, which was the most productive we've ever been in a single night. The shot where everyone takes their shoes off, I actually worried about it a little bit, but it perfectly fit with the ridiculous tone of the entire movie. It was preposterous, and we laughed so hard. And nobody ever questioned the fact that none of us were wearing socks. On May 3rd, we finished the last fight in another 4 hours. The final fight was the one I created for Title Pending 3. Also, we started using pads and mats because we weren't interested in getting as bruised up as we did the year before. The 9th and final day on May 4th was all reshoots and dialogue. Adding together rehearsal days and shoot days, the whole film was probably about 2 weeks total. The movie itself was released on June 8th, 2003 in 5 parts on Wushu Central again, like for Title Pending 2. And it turned out to be the swan song for my East Bay upbringing, because I moved down to Los Angeles on May 10th and had to figure out how to live. Anyway, it was a great time had by all, and has remained a fan favorite. Thanks for watching. Check out zgmain.com for more stuff. Have some outtakes.
Oh, God.
Wait!
Damn.
I can see it like holding her mouth. I must like incredibly. Damn it! For the unemployed. For the unemployed. Fucking shit.
Nervous. Okay.
Oh shit! Damn. I don't think I'm. Let me. God damn it.
Action.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Here we go. I can see it. Shut up! That's why! This is about the forehead thing, isn't it?
Eu nasci na Bahia. Eu sou muito legal. Eu... Bem, eu Eu nasci na Bahia. Eu tenho uma irmã e 3 irmãos. E meus avós falecidos. E meu pai e mãe nasceu na Bahia.
I can't believe you were arresting me! No!
It's rolling,
You're gonna start like that, man.
rolling. Go rolling, action, go.
I can't believe you were. I can't believe. No, you know you were paying me, mother. I should.
Okay, good.
No.
That's too low.
That's low.
Nope, too high.
What are you doing?
Oh man.
Oh god, you did it. It's all broken up. Oh my god! That was so good. That was the lowest ever.
No good.
Oh shit! Woo!
Nipple shot, huh?
God. Whoa! Oh shit! Oh shit! I need to see that. I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't know about shit. You guys shitting some. Where did you get those? From Sam. Oh my god. Oh, you okay? Yeah. Went high on it. Let's go. Let's go. Keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
I was like expecting that. I was just scared. I was like, holy. What the fuck? I had no shirt. I was like. You want more of a beat?
Okay.
Jesus. Whoa. Are you gonna say that? Felt like it. You did it for real. All right, that's it. Let's finish it right here. You and me. God, it's so disgusting. Fine! God damn it! I can't believe this, man. Oh, the kick and grab it. None of your business. I don't know. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.